So I think if you want to get a puppy, it's very important to research the type of puppy you want to get first, to make sure that the puppy you are getting fits into your lifestyle, fits into your time, your requirements. It's very difficult, and I don't think it's fair on the dog or the family if you don't have the time to spend with the dog and you get a dog that, for example, a breed of dog that doesn't fit well with children, and then you bring that dog into the home with children, or you get a very, very active, busy dog like a Malinois, and you don't have the time to work with the dog and spend with the dog. So I think it's very important that whatever dog you do get, you have to research the breed of the dogs that you are thinking of getting, and look at your life, look at your family environment, your home environment, and does the dog or the breed of dog that you're looking at fit in with that? I think that's actually the most important when you're looking to get a puppy.
And I think also we got on the working line, we got a specific breed that we're using for working line. But I think if you want to get a pet, maybe you can get something like a golden retriever, or kind of a breed that love the family. Then to get, she said that then to get a working dog like Belgian Malinois, and I think also GSD, it's good for the family because they are very they are very calm, they are very humble, they are very nice, But other breed like a Rottweilers for guard dogs and stuff like that, I think you need to work hard on that also, because especially for obedience and stuff like that. Remember that those dogs, they become very dominant when you don't start early. So you need to start as early as possible with the basic obedience and stuff like that. So as Tracy says that the breed of the dog actually play a big role for for the pets. I just think that as I said earlier, that dog can be very old on age, but when it comes to the characters and things like that, they're almost the same. And I think one of the reasons also the old dog become very aggressive, it's like lack of socializing. It's a big problem also. And also some of the dogs actually, they were abused. You see,
that's a big one as well.
That's a big problem, like where people tend to hit the dogs, and then the dogs, they tend to to protect themselves. So they respond this by biting. You understand? I think that's what also caused the dog to become very aggressive, especially on the old age.
And pain. A dog's health. If a dog is in a lot of pain, they don't have any way of communicating it. And some dogs tend to get quite aggressive, and not meaning to be aggressive. It's more of a defensive mechanism because they're in a lot of pain. And then also, if a dog is slightly anxious or scared,
anxiety or
you
stress
get dogs
also.
and stress. They don't have any other way of showing you except with their body. The way they behave, the way they carry their body. And if you don't read the signs and you don't watch for those signs, then their last resort is to start being snappy or being bitey. So that happens a lot.
And I think also one of the huge that we have, especially in South Africa, and then you go to township, people, they tend to tie their dogs on the pole, with the chains and things like that. I think by law, it's against the law to tie your dog on the pole. So the dog, they need freedom. They need that kind of exercise and running up and down, go for a walk and stuff like that. So if you tie your dog, you're building an aggressions, aggression, a lot of aggression actually. So you don't have to tie your dog. They need that freedom. You don't have to tie your dog. So if you got an old dogs that is very aggressive, as we said, that you need to socialize more. We can also train that. It's not a problem. You need to take your dog out, also to different places and meeting new people, so that the dog can be able to be comfortable with everyone, rather than to say that I'm only used to one person and other people become threat. Pitbull,
Ooh, it is.
Pitbull.
The Pitbulls. It's a very, very emotional and touchy subject. Very. There's so many there's two main camps of thought at the moment, and the one is from a breeder's perspective to say, happy to regulate, happy to require a license, and stricter controls when it comes to the breeding of the dogs. Also, I think a lot of the breeders will say that it is imperative. You do need to do some form of training with the dog, some socializing, the correct type of socializing, and handling and learning to handle the dog. And when it comes to the genetics of the dog, it's a tough one. You can get some purebred dogs that are not always as good as dogs that are not purebred. So you get upsides and downsides in both. You know, you see some pit bulls that have come from SPCA or just not even a registered breeder, and they have been the most amazing dogs to work with. They've been soft, they've been kind, they've been phenomenal to work with. So I do think genetics plays a part, but it's not a guarantee. I don't believe that genetics is a guarantee.
I just think that, you know, I have few pit bull that I train, especially in run back, canine classroom. I just find out that a lot of pit bulls, actually, they're very sweet.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to add something. You know, when on a canine training program on service dog perspective, you know, we got these things that we called minimum aggressions, not maximum, but minimum aggressions. For example, you're owning a pit bull, right? And you know that it's a pit bull, right? And you find people want to take them to a maximum aggressions where they want to build more aggressions. Actually, I just believe that that's actually totally wrong. So if we can make these dogs to be, you know, giving love more than aggressions, you know, some of the clients could come in and say that, hey, no, I want to do protection with the pit bull, and they want to build this aggression. I'll tell them, no, guys, you shouldn't do that. You know, you better give more love to a dog than and sometimes also you can find a very sweet pit bull, and a person try to do protection with a sweet pit bull. I'm like, no, don't do that. You know, give a chance to a dog also to choose. Like, you know, if a dog is a loving dog, why do you want to turn this beautiful loving dog into a monster? It's not a good thing. Yeah. So you just have to do exactly, you know, because we are talking about people here. So yeah, so we have to, don't try to put your dog into attacking work, and, you know, let it just be a pit bull. You know, yeah.